Hello, Adele Mitchell here, and today I'm going to be doing a weekly forecast for Capricorn. So if you have the Capricorn sign, this reading is for you. I'm also going to be doing your prediction based on this zodiac board, which is going to cover all 12 of your houses, and a lot of information is going to come out. So let's get into it here. And you have received the Two of Wands for your first house, which is the Self. The Two of Wands, it looks like there's some busyness going on in your life, Capricorn. Whew, it looks like almost too much is going on for you. You're kind of in this place of feeling like you have to juggle things around. Things aren't really matching up or aligning at times. I'm seeing overbooking happening or overscheduling. So telling, a friend you'll go to their event, but at the same time aligning yourself for a work meeting. You're going to be setting yourself up for some complications in this way, so it's good that we're going over this now so that you can be prepared and not do that. And also with the Two of Wands, you're going to be coming into the realization that you have to start making different choices for yourself so that you can kind of flatten out what's going on here. It's almost like I'm envisioning it as a rumpled, wrinkly dress shirt, and you just got to get out that iron and get out all the wrinkles, right? In order to do that, you actually have to physically tell yourself to stop making plans. Okay, if you don't have a scheduler, you're going to want to purchase one this week, Capricorn, because that's how intense things are going to be for you. Or you may also just retract so deeply that you will not need to schedule anything more. And that's what this card's really saying, is that it's time to kind of sit back a little bit, take a step away from, your responsibilities, and aligning yourself in a way where you choose what is most important and then kind of go down the list in that aspect. Okay, in your second house, it's your possessions house, and you've received the Queen of Cups. Okay. The most important thing to you this coming week is to be very in tune with those that need your support and help. So we kind of saw that in your Self house where you're overextending, you're overscheduling, you're kind of doing a little too much. But that has to do with this passion inside of you to be nurturing and caring for others. With this being the most important thing to you this week, you can still work on giving to those, but you're going to want to do it in a way where you're not, taking away from yourself. As we mentioned, complications can arise if you're giving too much of yourself. And when the complications show up, that's when you start to deplete your own energy, your own vibration. So we want to try to avoid that for the future. Make things more simplistic. Please, oh please. That is what's going to bring you back to a place of understanding, where you're at as far as helping a neighbor bring in their groceries to hosting an entire 3-hour event. See what I'm saying? Like that, those are the things that you're going to want to kind of organize and perhaps say no to the 3-hour event and yes to the neighbor in need. In your third house, this is the house of communications. You've received the Page of Cups. We've got a theme going on with the cups. That's a good thing to have here for sure. Okay. People are going to want to tell you everything and anything about themselves this week. From TMI, too much information, to stories of their past, of people that they used to know that you have no idea who they're talking about, but people are going to be chatty to you this week. Once again, this can kind of roll into cinching up your time, right? And thinking in the back of your mind, hey, you know, I gotta get to this meeting, and this person is just gabbajawing my ear off. So the best you're going to want to do with communication this week is to set some boundaries. When you feel like you're in a conversation where somebody is, you know, exuding a little too much, you know, you can be very kind to them, finish that conversation, and then move forward, but not get into another one. So say you're on the phone with your friend and, you know, it's been an hour-long conversation, but you just remember that you have to call another friend. It will not be beneficial for you to call that friend right away. See what I'm saying? So like back-to-back communication is going to kind of explode. It's going to just leak into this overscheduling thing you've got going on this week. In your 4th house, this is your family house, you have received the Death card. Don't get scared. Don't start to worry. The Death card is all about shifting, rising above. I do see that somebody's been struggling within your family. You're going to need to be there for them. That's going to add on to your pile of things you need to do this week. But this is also showing some importance. So we were talking about, you know, priorities and, you know, what to put at the top. And this family member is going to be right at the top. So when you notice that they need, you know, your help with something, try to be there for them. That's also going to supply you with what you were feeling here in your possessions house and needing to nurture and be someone that someone can lean on that really needs you. I'm definitely picking up on a female within this family, somebody that you have loving feelings for, and that you do not want to see them suffer. So I also want to add that you have major healing capabilities this week. So the more you place your hands on this person, even if it's just a hug or placing your hand on their shoulder, they're going to feel that, and it's going to help them heal from what they've been going through. So be sure to do more of that as well. In your 5th house, which is your pleasure house, you've received the Hermit. I have to laugh because sometimes these readings, they just, my goodness, are they right on point. What will bring you pleasure this week, my dear Capricorn, is to pull away from everything else. Become a hermit a little bit, even if it's at the end of the week. If it's the weekend or any time where there's a break in, you know, action that's happening. Anytime you have a day off, really take it as a day off. Don't do the laundry. Don't, you know, cook an elaborate meal. Don't, you know, plan to do this, and this on your day off. Really just do nothing. Because that's just going to implement some serious pleasure and what your soul is going to be asking for you to do in this week. In your 6th house, we have the health house. What's going to be going on with your health and everything that you've been doing or going to be doing this week? You have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands shows that you're going to be serving others. You're going to be doing so much for others, and that is going to bring you a level of very high positive karma for your health. Okay, so I'm not seeing that you're going to feel super duper stressed, because even though you've got so much going on, you're actually enjoying what you're doing, because this is all about, you know, the possessions of wanting to do these things. But the thing is that you're also going to be receiving from the universe in a way that's quite beneficial. But what's more important is that you listen to these signs that come through. So when someone says, oh, hey, Capricorn, I see you've got a lot of boxes to take out of your vehicle. Let me help you. Take that help, because that's the positive types of karma that are going to be coming through for you in this week. Or, somebody just randomly wants to pay it forward to you, let them, because that is the stuff that's going to help you maintain very good health, right? Stability. I'm not seeing anything popping up that's going to, make you feel ill or out of sorts or overly stressed or anything like that. Your health house is looking very good this week. And in your 7th house, this is your partnership house, you've received the 6 of Pentacles. So the person that's going to be bringing forth all this good karma is going to be in your partnership house. Because right here we have somebody who wants to be helpful. They want to be generous. They're going to have a little extra time. They're almost going to be like the opposite of you in a way. When it comes to schedules, they're going to be available to you. So be sure that you take them up on what they are offering when they offer it, because it is going to be needed whether you think immediately about it or not. Also, in the partnership card, I'm seeing that this could be a friend, a family member, or the person that you are in a relationship with, and they are going to be very, very grounded themselves. So if you feel a need to be around someone and gain that energy for yourself, you can, spend more time with them, and they are going to be able to kind of change up your energy in a way that's going to feel very, very promising and exactly what you need in that moment. In your transformation house, you have the 2 of Pentacles. With all of this, even though in your possessions house, it's enjoyable for you to give to others. We talked a lot about giving back to yourself. This is showing right here that you make sure you have fun. And what I mean by fun is something that has no responsibilities attached to it. That's right. None whatsoever. Maybe except for going to that show you've been wanting to go to, right? That may be a little responsible because you have to be there at a certain time frame. But other than that, you really are going to need to tap into this. And this is going to be kind of a changing force, because as we're talking about the transformation house here, we're seeing that it's going to change your vibration a little bit. And it's going to help you gain more energy, a feeling of wanting to keep accomplishing the goals. So whatever you were meant to be putting off this week, perhaps you can take on next week after you've had some fun for yourself, right? Because if you keep going the way that you are, as mentioned before, you're just going to roll right into some complications and create some blocks for yourself. And we don't want to have that happen. In your philosophy house, you have received the Temperance. All right. The Temperance shows us that very, very good things are going to be coming out of what you are doing. If you are a teacher, if you find yourself, you're in moments of helping others where you are a guide, this is going to kind of come forward as like a blessing in itself. This also goes back to, I believe it was the health house with that good positive karma, those pay it forward moments. So we're seeing that again in your philosophy house. But this has a lot to do with learning about yourself and growing and prospering into a new level of your life that feels fulfilling, right? It feels like, okay, I helped so-and-so with, something as simple as their groceries. And while I was helping them, they were gabbing it to me. But I learned something, and in that moment, I was able to receive some of that positive karma. So it's stuff like this that's going to be coming to light, and signs that you're going to want to look out for, because they are going to be helpful for you in the future and this week ahead. In your reputation house, you've received the Knight of Swords. This is the house where other people on the outside of you take view of who you are and what you're going through, and how they judge you or do not judge you in a specific way. With the Knight of Swords, people are seeing that you're pushing yourself a lot, and almost to the extent where they're wondering if you're headed for a breakdown. So people are going to see your efforts, and they're going to be like, oh, look at that Capricorn over there, really trying to save the day. Oh, there's that Capricorn, helping Nancy down the street with, her groceries again. Boy, I wonder how much Capricorn does in a day, right? So it's almost going to be like this expecting of you to kind of fall apart. That's what people are going to be seeing. They're almost going to see like you're overdoing it. The beauty of all this, though, is that it doesn't matter what people think, because you've got all this other good stuff coming your way for the things that you're doing, and you're going to start organizing a little bit more here in your self card, right? You're going to start to back off a little bit. And so those who have seen that you're overdoing yourself are also going to see that you're giving back to yourself, having more fun, right, in your transformation house. And their judgments are really just going to be temporary. They're going to end up seeing that you do just live your life to the best of your intentions and want to be a true healer and someone that provides for others out of the goodness of your heart. In your friendship house, you receive the World. It looks like there's going to be a new friendship coming your way, Capricorn. Perhaps someone in your communication house, a stranger that you meet along the way that you give a little extra time listening to this week. An exchanging of numbers could really be taking place. You may also find, someone that you would not expect giving you compliments, saying how they appreciate you. Perhaps it's this family member that, you have to take care of, and they do usually take you for granted, but all of a sudden they're going to say to you this week, hey, I really am grateful for you, right? So moments like this are going to be happening specifically with the people that you engage with, that you would consider close to you as like a friend, and also new friendships sprouting up. Be on the lookout for those, because I see that they're going to serve you very well. In your last house, it's your house of unconsciousness. This is kind of like a blind reading, something you need to know right now. You receive the Knight of Wands, the Tiger. All right, so whoever you give your energy to this week, you can trust them. Whoever you feel the need to communicate with, you can trust them, okay? With the Knight of Wands, this is a card where there is just good energy, right? Solid, secure, no one trying to, overstep boundaries with you this week. Even the people that are talking your ear off, they don't mean to. It's just who they are. So you can trust that good people are going to be crossing your path this week, and you do not have anybody to look out for or be suspicious of. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for coming here today to hear of your weekly predictions. I would love to read for you again in the future. Please subscribe to my channel so I can do so. And I wish you a very blessed week ahead.